The season has turned and winter is here. For us, that means one thing. It's time to roll. We're loading up the rig, charting our course, and setting out on over 6 months of discovery. New roads, new stories, and plenty of surprises along the way. Where will the journey take us? How will we get there? Stay with us, and we'll answer those questions. The adventure, it starts now.
So here we are in the snow.
It's cold.
What the heck? Usually this time of year we're well on our way going south.
Yeah.
Getting close to some warmer weathers or in warmer weather. Little delayed this year. Marianne spent 2 weeks making the Baja movie.
Yeah.
And so she's been watching Baja for 2 weeks while we get this weather outside.
It snowed all day today. And it's cold. It's time to go.
It's time to go.
So let's get this rig packed up because it's time to go. Once we're done doing that, we're going to tell you what our plan is.
A couple thoughts on cold weather. Since we're here so late this year, it's November the 9th. So don't stay till November 9th if you live in Northern Ontario. Don't do that. So it's been in the minus teens overnight for the last few nights, which should get you into like single digits Fahrenheit. We've had the heat on low in the camper because we're not winterized or anything. All the tanks are full. We're ready to go. My 400 amp hours of lead time lithium batteries in here are not heated batteries, but I have 2 inches of foam insulation on the back of this door, and I have the foam off the side of that cabinet, which is basically in our cupboard cabinet. So it does get some heat from the inside, not a lot. I was going to put a fan to heat. Really, we didn't plan on going in very cold temperatures though, but minus 13 is not that bad. My batteries, I can monitor the temperature with the temperature probe from my solar charge controllers, which that's coming, if I get out there in the morning, first thing after a cold night, I only have the heat on at 50 degrees in the camper. So not very warm, but if I come in the morning and check the temperature of the batteries, they're around 1 to 2 degrees Celsius usually, so just above freezing, which should be okay for charging. But here's the thing, which I never thought of, and maybe you didn't either. I have a 40 amp lead time lithium battery charger in here. That's the first thing in the cabinet closest to the door. It has a low temperature cutoff. When it goes below 0, freezing, it won't charge. And then it has to go back to plus 5 Celsius to start charging again. So even though I'm plugged in, it stops charging overnight. So I do need a little bit more heat in that cabinet, but something to keep in mind. If you're using a charger like that, then you got to keep that above freezing too. So I do need a little bit more heat in that cabinet, or just not hang out in cold weather. But we should be prepared for anything, I guess. So just something to keep in mind. Marianne, is making the bed your favorite thing?
Making the bed every day is not that big of a deal. But when you have to change sheets to make the bed, yeah, it's a big job.
Because we drive on bumpy roads. So, where are we going? So to make a decision on to where we're going, we need to reflect on past travels. Mm-hmm. It's the way we roll. We stay away from the interstates. We tend to go to secondary highways, country roads, gravel roads. We just look for things with more scenery. And usually if we're following the Google Maps, we set it to avoid avoid toll roads and avoid highways.
Yep.
Usually we also look at Onyx and Gaia Maps and look for even beyond the secondary highways that Google Maps takes us on. And, it doesn't take us directly anywhere. It takes us usually to places that you wouldn't see if you take the bigger highways. Well, obviously places you wouldn't see if you take the bigger highways, so...
Yeah, it takes us through the small towns and the rural areas, which we really like. And a lot of times when you go that route too, you get the really cool, narrow, tree-covered, twisty roads too, which we really like.
Yeah, 2 years ago when we traveled in the Duchess, we weren't looking to go fast. The Duchess wasn't a speed demon.
Well, we couldn't really, legally, we weren't able to take her on the interstate because she didn't go fast enough.
Sometimes we were kind of on the lower limit, especially if there was hilly terrain. We couldn't climb the hills at the minimum speed really a lot of the time when we were towing the trailer. So, and we kind of learned, I guess, that that's the way we like to travel more. It doesn't matter if we can go fast or not. We prefer not to. And you get to see so much. It's so cool.
Yeah, and we would stop in the little towns and we would talk to the locals and they'd say, oh, you got to take this road or you got to take that road. And you find some really cool, really unique routes that you'd never think about. So that's what we're doing again.
And then there's also motorcycle roads. We did in the Black Hills last year. We grabbed a motorcycle map, drove the motorcycle roads, which are super scenic, windy, interesting roads. And I like them. They're cool to drive. Last year we did the Coronado Trail from Arizona into New Mexico, which was pretty awesome. And, there's all kinds of these motorcycle roads around. This year, we're actually looking at the BDR routes, which are backcountry discovery routes, which most of the states have them. And there are motorcycle routes, which are mostly for dual sport motorcycle, not so much the road bikes routes that we followed in the past. So,
well, a lot of the BDR is also for if you're a Jeeper or ATV as well. But some of them are big enough to allow us to go on.
Yeah, and so we're kind of looking to travel as remote as we can, but still fit and not get in a jackpot.
Yeah.
Which, obviously there's times we're going to have to turn around and get back out of there because we can't get through, but we're not in a hurry to get anywhere, really. So
that's right, yeah.
That's the way we're going to do it.
And it's going to give us a good combination of dirt, probably some four-wheel drive routes as well as pavement, taking us through those little scenic towns and villages as well. So it should be interesting. That's our goal. But where?
Oh, where? Yes.
Where? So
the main goal, like any Canadian snowbird, is to go someplace warm.
That's right. Last year, we made our way down to Baja. And we're not doing that this year. So we're going back to...
Not that we didn't like Baja.
Oh, we really liked Baja. But we are going to be staying within the U.S., making our way. End goal, well, I say end goal, but you know us. Plans change daily. Is southern Texas. But, like the way we roll, we're going to take the weird and wild way to get there and take the scenic route.
Yeah, so we're going to go on the coast, on the East Coast, but we're a little late
We're
leaving
late
this year, and we're probably just gonna, instead of going way over there, we're just gonna kind of come down and hit the mountainous regions coming down the east side of the U.S.
So we're gonna do kind of blast through New York, get into Pennsylvania, spend a little bit of time exploring Pennsylvania, and then make our way to
Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Northern Florida. I've been to Florida many, many, many times.
Florida's not on our list, but Northern Florida.
I've never really, poked around Northern Florida a whole lot, especially on the west side there. And so I think we're going to do that. And Louisiana along the coast, Texas along the coast.
Is it Georgia in there somewhere?
Georgia's north of that. I don't know if probably won't touch into Georgia. Maybe.
We'll see.
I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of the loose plan. We don't run a tight plan. Even, as far as day by day, if we're running these back roads and dirt roads and stuff, you don't even know where you're going to camp that night because it might only be 100 miles you're looking at covering in a day, and that might be the whole day.
That's right. Yeah, we don't, if you've been here for a while, you know that we don't book campsites. We just don't roll like that. We just figure it out as we go, and that's just part of the adventure. It keeps everything very fluid, and you land where you land. There's no stress. Yeah. If sometimes it's a Walmart parking lot, sometimes it's just a little back road, sometimes it's a beautiful campsite in the middle of the bush. And
we say no stress. I know everybody's different in the way they deal with stressful situations, and we find having a booking or a deadline stressful. Where other people find the opposite. So it's how you roll, and that's how we roll. So
that's right. Yeah.
Whatever goes easiest for you, I guess, is the way to travel.
That's right. Yeah. Like for us, when we have a booking somewhere, it's like it takes the fun and the adventure out of our travel for that day, because we're like, oh, we got to get there. We have to check in by this time, or we have to do this.
I guess it means we're not destination travelers. No. We're just adventure travelers.
Yeah, so that's the way we roll. And that is our very, very loose plan for this winter season, for the next 6 months.
Yeah, if you know anything good along the way.
Yes,
that you
please.
think we might want to see.
If any of those states, Yeah,
if we see something on the map that looks interesting, usually we'll kind of turn off that way and, try and catch some sights. We like natural things more so than man-made touristy things, but old man-made things are cool too.
True.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we're not about the tourist trap. We're all about that really cool little local history spots. But yes, by all means, if you know of a route in any of those states that we've mentioned that you think that we would fit on, first and foremost, and that we would enjoy, please drop it in the comments. These states are new to us, and we're just kind of winging it. So any help is appreciated.
And the things we need to watch are things lower than 12'8", like bridges. Trees we can usually deal with, as long as it's not too bad.
No, those are big trees, yeah.
And bridges that are under 20,000 pounds. We're getting close to 20,000 pounds. So you get a lot of bridges on back roads that have weight limits.
Width.
Yeah. Other than that, we're highway width. So any
we're
truck
chunky.
Can go down. So we're a little chunky. But those are the main stoppers. Yeah.
Yeah. So please share if you have a favorite trail somewhere that you think that we should try and go on. Drop it down there. We want to know about it, and maybe we'll hit it up.
So it's going to be an adventurous trip to the south, not your average snowbird beeline down the interstate. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take us a while. We have no timeline. It's all just kind of all weather related as to how fast we move, I guess. If the weather's nice, we're going to stay put. And you know what? If you followed us in the last couple of years of traveling, we tend to move a lot. We don't stick in one spot very long. And we're going to try and make an effort to maybe, if we get in a nice spot, hang out there for a couple of days. Slow the roll.
We put a lot of miles on last year, and we're both feeling that that's what we want to do. Just slow the roll a tiny little bit. But yeah, so that's it. That's what we're doing. Next 6 months. Come along with us.
Could completely change. Who knows?
So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow us along, because the season's going to be a good one.
And if you want more up-to-the-date information, not our videos that come out weeks later, subscribe on Patreon. We have more up-to-the-date information on there.
That's right. All right, guys. It's time to go.
Let's roll. So with the cold weather, I've had opportunity finally to test out the Leatime heated Bluetooth battery, the 100 amp hour battery that we have with our starting batteries down under the passenger side step there. And you can see on the app, it's -5 now, battery temperature at the bottom here. It was -13 this morning, and it was up to -10 when I started the truck. So it's still showing 0 charge current because it's going to warm that battery up. It's using the charger in the truck to warm. Its self-heat is all red now. Normally it's blank. So after it's the charger's on for a couple minutes, the self-heat comes on, starts warming the battery up. It's up to 4 now, -4 Celsius. So when it hits, I think it was +7 Celsius, the current starts coming up and it starts charging the battery. So I tested this the other day and it seems to be doing just great. So no concerns with that battery. She's doing her thing, and once it gets the temperature, it'll start charging.
Oh, everything is so frozen.
Winter makes everything so fun. That was easy. I love winter.
I'm out of practice. And my step's icy. Let's go somewhere warm.